March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and people need to be talking about this because colorectal cancer is on the rise here in the U.S. In fact, in January, the American Cancer Society's Cancer Facts and Figures report for 2024 revealed a stark increase in case numbers among Americans who are under the age of 55. And my brother Kenny was one of those cases. He died last year at the age of 54. Just weeks after being diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. So this is a cause really close to my heart. And I am fortunate there are people helping to raise awareness out there, like an inspiring mother and daughter duo from right here in Metro Detroit. Andrea Conrad works at one of Metro Detroit's top PR firms, but now the wife and mother of two is getting in front of the camera to spread awareness. That expression on your face right there, you're like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Andrea posted to Instagram earlier this year a picture from her latest colonoscopy. How old were you when you started getting screened?
So I was 34 years old when I had my first colonoscopy.
Conrad, who's 39, is among a growing number of people under 45 getting colonoscopies because of their increased risk. So in your colonoscopies, have they found any polyps or any concerns?
The first one, no polyps. The one more recently, I did have one.
It was removed and came back negative for cancer. Her earlier screenings were prompted by her mother's colorectal cancer battle. Kelly Pecoraro was diagnosed in 2018 at the age of 58. She had to have radiation, chemotherapy, and her entire colon removed. If you had to kind of put a pin in it, what is the main message you want people to take away from the story?
I just hope that everyone gets a colonoscopy. I was scared to go to the doctors at one point, and after this happened, I would never not get pre-screened.
The American Cancer Society estimates that more than 152,000 Americans will be diagnosed with colorectal cancer in 2024. And those at average risk should be getting screened starting at the age of 45. Andrea's dear friend Kyle Scheich died from colorectal cancer in 2022. He was only in his late 30s.
Mortality rates for those under 50 are unfortunately increasing.
Jenny Beamer is a senior executive director in Michigan for the American Cancer Society. When you're looking at family history, does it have to be colorectal cancer history or can it be any kind of cancer?
You know what? That's a great question. Actually, definitely colorectal cancer, but having any cancer history in your family is something to absolutely talk to your doctor about, because there are then specific conversations around all cancer screenings that should be looked at.
Common signs and symptoms include change in bowel habits, such as diarrhea, constipation, and narrowing of the stool that lasts for more than a few days. Also, a feeling you need to have a bowel movement that's not relieved by having one. Rectal bleeding, blood in the stool, which could make your stool look dark brown or black. Cramping or abdominal pain, weakness and fatigue, and unintended weight loss. But colorectal cancer might not cause symptoms right away. Andrea and Kelly are now on a mission to raise awareness. And we thank them for sharing their story with us. It's so important to talk with your doctor about what diet and lifestyle changes you could make to lessen your risk of colorectal cancer and to plan a screening schedule based on your particular risk factors. I now have to get a colonoscopy every 2 years because of my family history. And if you're intimidated by the thought of getting a colonoscopy, it's important to talk to your doctor about that. There are non-invasive stool tests that are available, but it's important to understand if there's any kind of abnormal result from one of those, you will have to follow that up with a timely colonoscopy.
Absolutely. A really important story. And thank you so much for sharing your story. I know that this is something that is very important to you, hits you hard. And of course, we're so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.